every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.
Yo, welcome guys back to the morning dinner. Today, on today's special episode, we have Gabriel Ng.
What up, Gabe?
This is our treasured friend of ours. He describes himself, huh?
Treasured?
You guys are treasured friends of mine.
Treasured? Treasured is a word.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh, okay.
I was like, explain
He
why.
describes himself as a yogi, filmmaker, and digital hippie.
Yes.
Real quick, Gabe, what is a digital hippie? Like, what does that mean?
I feel like it's I was trying to like figure out the right wording on the way here. It's like I feel like I'm just kind of in the technological age, living this like in this realm, but bringing old teachings of like the ancient teachings of the East and kind of integrating it into like this life today.
The ancient teachings of the East is more like
the yoga teachings and the precepts and like all the things that like help us become our highest potential.
So then you're kind of big on the whole like, you know, use technology to your biggest advantage, but also don't abuse it.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of noise on there, and I think if you have like a good foundation, you can kind of use it in a way that helps the world and yourself.
That makes sense.
Dope.
A lot of people overuse technology, and they don't even use it like I feel like they don't use it the right way. To help them out. You know what I mean?
So I'm like trying to bridge the gap between like the spirit world and like integrating it into like this technology kind of age and deliver the insights and info that way. Yeah,
so wait, so you just got back to Vegas, right? Like you've been doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I just got back like 2 days ago.
Where did you get back from?
I was driving.
Hold on. First of all, where have you been since the last time I saw you? Because I feel like the last time I thought it was a month ago, but apparently it's been 3 months since I last saw
like
you.
Two and a half.
Where has life taken you, man?
So last time I saw you, so after that I went to Peru and Bolivia and went to all these sacred sites, Machu Picchu and Teotihuacan in Mexico. I was in Hawaii for a couple weeks, and I flew back into Seattle for my sister's wedding, and then drove all the way down through Utah for a little peyote ceremony, and then here I am again.
Peyote, that's the
cactus medicine.
That's the cactus medicine. Let's talk about medicines today, man.
I would love to share.
You seem to know a lot. You seem to have gathered a lot of information about plant medicines.
Yeah, been diving pretty deep the past 2.5 years.
No, I'm completely ignorant to all that because I came up in the Western kind of like culture. Yeah,
pharmaceuticals.
And I haven't taken the journey to learn about that stuff. So educate me a little bit. Like what is plant medicines and are they legal? I guess.
Some of them are. I think in certain states and certain conditions. But the core of plant medicines is that like. I know we live in a world where everything's big pharma now. You know, there's like one pill, the cure for every ailment.
Yeah.
And so plant medicines is like the stuff that comes from the earth, and it heals you from the inside and out, as opposed to just kind of like putting a Band-Aid on it. And it gets to the root of the problem.
Right.
It's crazy. Like some of the experience I've had, like traumas from when you're a child carry with you throughout your whole life.
Yeah.
So these kind of medicines kind of like bring them up for you to look at so you can kind of process them. And then you can like not carry that weight anymore and live your like really true life that you're supposed to live.
What specific medicines would that be?
There's so many now. Like anything from ayahuasca is like the one that's like the buzz one right now. You see so many documentaries about it and everything.
We had a podcast with one of our buddies, Ash, and he was talking about ayahuasca. And it's kind of like shed some light on it.
Yeah, it's powerful, man.
And he says it can be life changing.
Yeah.
What's the process of ayahuasca? Like
how do you do it, or like what is it?
I guess how was your personal experience?
My personal experience was beautiful. It kind of they call it the grandmother, and the grandmother just kind of like shows you just parts of yourself that you're supposed to see, that you're supposed to work on. And it kind of takes it's different for everyone, because it can like take you out on this like astral journey through the universe, and you leave your body and experience the whole galaxy. Or you can have like a really like internal experience looking at all the stuff in your life and kind of assessing. There's so many different experiences that can be had. It all depends on the person that's taking it and like where they're at in their life. And
so the journey can be, I think we talked about
the
journey can be different.
Everybody's
for everybody.
different.
Yeah, it like mirrors back what's going on in your life back to you, and then like tries to really show you the lessons.
Thanks. So if you're an evil person,
it can take you on a wild ride.
You'll probably explode. Because it's just too much.
Dang, man.
But I've had most experience with peyote, and it's like so beautiful. They call it the grandfather medicine, and like it really opens up your heart and allows you to like just process emotional things from your past and even past lives. Like
past lives. You believe people have lived past lives?
Yeah, for sure. And
For
and ancestral shit. Because you know, like when you're like doing stuff, and then you can see like, oh my god, that's what my mama do, or this. You see yourself, you see your mom or dad in your behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like stuff that gets passed down from the whole family line into who you are.
I'm starting to notice that a lot of the stuff that I see my dad do, like he'll say things a certain way, or he won't even be talking, but he'll just say a random thing. I catch myself doing those exact same things. Yeah, and even with my brother, and I don't know, it could be it's. I mean, it's like a family thing. Like my mom and her sisters, like they almost have the exact same voice. Like it's trippy. Like if they're all three of them are on the phone, I won't be able to distinguish who's who. Like they all have the same.
The good stuff, the bad stuff, everything gets just passed down. You know, so when you take these medicines, it gives you a chance to like clear out what isn't yours. Yeah. So you can like kind of just be fully in yourself.
When you say what isn't yours, what do you mean? Like
say like your grandma has like a really strong temper thing, or like yeah, say she has a really strong temper, and somehow you have it too. Yeah. So like if you take the medicine, it kind of like shows you like, oh, you have a strong temper, and then it kind of like gives you a new perspective on how to process it, so you don't have to have that bad temper that's causing all the suffering in your life. Yeah. You know, because like, I don't know, it's okay. I guess it's okay to have a bad temper, but it's better when you're not so shaken by the things around you in your life. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. It makes you so much more peaceful, and it lifts the veil, and it reveals all truth to you. Especially mushrooms. Mushrooms is usually like a really good first experience for a lot of people.
Do you think one thing about that though too is like you have to kind of like drop the ego?
Yeah, no. What it does is it actually does. It just destroys the ego.
That's so tight. Yeah, that's the one thing I think.
But the ego is necessary though.
Yes and no.
For survival.
Yeah, it's not like you have to like get rid of it. You have to just kind of like become partners with it. And a lot of people are like ego driven, and it's good to like bring it from up here, this like mind, into your heart. And when you can live from your heart, then you can like really do what you're supposed to do in this world.
I've seen those graphics. Have you seen those graphics just where it's like this person that's meditating, right? And then they have those like colors throughout them. That's what it is. The chakras. Are you big onto like chakras? And
I am. I'm like, spiritual is like such a buzzword these days, you know?
Yeah,
like,
man. That's why I don't say it anymore.
You do yoga. You're spiritual.
It's funny. There's always a word that gets people mad because Rob Chados was a
cinematography.
Make it cinematic. He was like, I hate that word. I was like, I get it.
He was talking about
Chado hates that word.
Yeah, because it's like the way he was talking about it was people use cinematic as just to throw it like how to get that cinematic look, right? Like
because somebody can throw black bars on their video and be like, this is cinematic.
Oh, this is cinematic.
So spiritual has like the same connotation, I guess, you know, because everyone's like, oh, I do essential oils, I'm spiritual, like, you know.
So when you say you're spiritual, it does not necessarily mean religious.
No, it's just like more connected to yourself, and then connected to like the higher power, or whatever you want to call it. You know, that there's something greater than us. You know,
I've always felt that there was. I just don't know what it is. I can never say that.
It's being hidden from us.
I'm a greater power than you.
Yeah.
Well, but if you catch these hands though,
Shut up.
You're not.
But that's I think that's the point of this life, is to kind of make yourself like to discover like yourself. You know?
So I was gonna ask one thing. You meditate, right?
I do.
And like, how long did that take you to actually like get it down?
Man, I have to thank my yogi dad, Rudy. He was my stepdad during my time, like during middle school and high school, and he introduced me to meditation and yoga and like The Secret and all that stuff. And he really taught me the importance of just being calm. No, not being calm. How do I say it? Being equanimous to all the things that happen in your life. Equanimous, kind of like imagine like a still pond, and like you're not really affected by the things outside in your life, and not having reaction, you know, because the reaction is where the stuff, like when you react to something, that's what causes suffering. So when you can be that like still pond, you're always like even keeled in your mind.
I was gonna ask, like, do you have some tips? Because I've always wanted to like start it, but like I don't know if I should like, you know, do it in a quiet place, so there's no stimulation to my brain. It's just very
so important.
Like I just what like would earplugs work?
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
like
earplugs.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I say earplugs or earphones. You can put on like some serene music. There's so many different types of meditation, but I think every single human being, it is like a requirement to meditate.
Yeah, bro.
It is a requirement.
You really think so, man?
Yes.
I think it.
Look at the world right now. Look at the world and look the way it is.
The world's chaotic.
It's crazy.
It's super stimulated.
And if everyone could just take 5 minutes every morning to like come into their heart and themselves, then the world would be such a better place.
But I feel like one of the biggest like things that meditating gets, and why a lot of people don't do it, is because
it's hard. The mind is a monkey.
There's no like way of knowing, or people, I would assume, and I'm talking ignorantly, people don't know how to do it right, or if they know they're doing it right, or if it's even doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's challenging, dude. in the yogic terms, they always say like the mind is a monkey swinging tree to tree. Each tree is a thought, tree to tree. It just got stung by a bee, and it's also drunk. It's the drunken monkey just swinging
stung by a bee.
Yeah, and that's your mind constantly from thought to thought to thought to thought. So we never actually get a moment, except for when we're sleeping, for it to like shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So meditation kind of like makes it swing a little bit slower. Then you can like really be present when you're going through your life, instead of constantly thinking about like what's going on in the future, or resenting the past, or just living in the past. It brings you like into this moment. You know, is the most important moment.
Because I think meditating works once you know, you can feel it. I think there's like, because I'd get to points where I'm there, and then it's so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but I could see myself there, and then a thought would come in and fuck it all up, and I'd be like, I don't want to do this shit no more.
Exactly. So the technique is to start again. Like they always teach it. Like you get the thought, and then you let it just pass by. Like you're just watching the clouds go by, instead of like taking on the thought and then reacting to it and thinking about it and just going down that rabbit hole. Instead of doing that, you just kind of like observe it go by, and then continue back into your silence.
Damn.
Yeah. And so it's good. It's frustrating in the beginning, of course. It's really fucking hard to tell your mind to shut up.
So how long would you doing it for? Like 30 minutes, an hour? Or
that's one thing, because I saw you post one time that you had meditated for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that was on New Year's. That's at New Year's.
Yo, what?
Yeah, like meditated into the New Year. It was
How does that?
You must have felt so crazy.
I did. It felt incredible. I was like, I'd much rather be doing this than going out drinking.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely gonna, not reap the harms, the physical harms of drinking. That's why I stopped drinking, man. It wasn't
like get high off meditation.
It wasn't. Well, just drinking wasn't doing anything for me. Like there wasn't like a, oh man, remember that one time that we drank? Like that was such a great time. It was always like the next day is like, dang, my stomach. Oh, like, oh man, my head. You know what I mean? It was always something. It was always something that it was a negative cause of it, and I just realized I'd rather not have that in there.
Yep.
That's why I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
But why did I don't know, man. What got? I mean, you told me that you've been meditating since you were young, right?
No, not like consistently. It's only been really consistent like the past like 3 or 4 years. Yeah, but I've always known about it, and I know like just techniques. And you asked how to do it.
Yeah.
So the first thing that everyone can start is just to like observe your breath. Will and I have been to it's called the Vipassana retreat.
Yeah.
So it's 10 days, complete silence. You don't talk to anyone. All you do is eat, sleep, meditate for 10 to 12 hours a day. It's insane. And the stuff that you learn about yourself is incredible. But the technique that they teach you is to observe your breath. So just like bring your attention and awareness to the part between your upper lip and your nose. And just like notice how the air passes over this part. And then you can notice whether it's warm or whether it's cold, whether it's fast, whether it's slow.
And that's a good way to put your mind.
Yeah, bring all your attention to right here. And then like the outer rims of your nostrils. And just really bring all your attention right here. And just focus on that. And then your attention will deviate, of course. But when you can bring it right here, you'll get like little moments of real stillness. And that's where all the power is.
Ooh. we both took a deep breath.
We both got to have questions.
No, you can go.
What's a good amount of time for some? Damn, this fly's gonna kill me, bro.
Don't kill the fly.
It's gonna kill me, man.
I know.
All right. No.
His eyes just keep going.
We just can't catch it, man. For those of you who are listening to the audio podcast, there's been one little it just landed on my wrist.
Bro.
Gabe, do your thing.
Don't do it.
Gabe, do your thing, brother. Here you go, man.
Oh.
Damn it. It's a stingy little fly, man.
It's super stingy.
It's just flying around the room, and
he wants to be in the podcast.
I think he does want to be in the podcast.
Yeah, but
our house doesn't.
Oh.
I forgot what my question was.
Meditation.
What's a good amount of time?
Okay, dude. Anywhere from if you can even just take a minute, just to start.
A solid minute.
Just 60 seconds of just stillness. That will change your life.
That's crazy.
60 seconds. That's not asking for too much, is it?
It's not.
A minute.
It's not.
You get out of your bed. You sit up straight. Just like your life will be different. The way you go through life.
But you're not supposed to think about anything, though,
Nothing.
right?
So it's really important when you wake up not to look at your phone, because it's like you wake up and it's like boom, 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 so much stimulation. Let me check all my social media. Let me check what Bitcoin is. I'm actually happy that it's at 7,000 today.
Hey,
let me check everything. Let me check my stocks. Let me check my email. And like when you start your day like that, it's like so much like stimulus. Would you like wake up and it's just so intense? So you can just like get out of bed and then sit down for a second. And then just take a minute, and then you look at your phone, and then it's less like in truth. It's just the way that it affects you is much different because you've taken that time to like ground yourself.
So is it kind of like it's kind of like waking up and then the first thing you do is you work out? It's like you just have more energy throughout the day. Is that kind of what it is?
So you'll walk through life with like more stronger foundation. So if like you get like a nasty phone call, if someone's like bitching you out, then you're still on your serene pond.
Yeah,
because you like started your morning that way, so it like carries you throughout your day. It's good to meditate throughout your day too when things get intense, but it just makes you like not reactive. So you can just not be angry or just like go straight to emotions and like.
It's a little bit ignorant question, but like, what if you didn't get enough sleep? Do you think you can still meditate? And
for sure.
But would you have to take a little bit longer to kind of just...
Well, you can like warm up with like some yoga or like some breathing, just to like wake up your mind a little bit. Yeah, that's what I usually do. When I wake up, I like to do pranayama, which is like breath. So you like kind of like work on your breath and bring a lot of oxygen into your brain.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll do a little asana for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And
then what's asana?
Stretches. This is like it's like yoga. Okay. Asana is like the motion movement part, and pranayama is like the breathing part. It's all yoga.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. And then so after I do that, I'll sit.
I don't think I've done yoga before, have I? Have you done yoga?
Yeah, I've done yoga.
You've done yoga?
At home though. I've never done it with like a professional.
I've done Zumba.
Zumba's cool. You should try yoga, Keem. Do that. Will change your life too. You don't even have to. That's moving. But you got to
be flexible though, right?
No. Okay, no. That's like the worst argument. People are like, "Oh, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga," and it's almost like it's almost saying I'm too dirty to take a bath.
Ooh.
Keem never takes a bath, so.
Why are you trying to start rumors on the morning dinner, bro?
I was wondering what that smell was when I got here.
Don't wonder there's that fly riding around.
No, man, yoga has like changed my life so much. I can't even explain to you. I don't even know where I'd be if I didn't have yoga in my life.
Do you do like the hot yoga?
I do. And when I'm in town, I love going to the big room studio because it's like so fucking hot. It's
is that like True Fusion?
True Fusion has hot yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a spot in 215 Decatur, and it's just like the flaming inferno. You just go in there to die, and then you come back out. It's like
when you say it's always hot, right?
It's hot.
How hot does it get?
It's like 100.
We live in Vegas.
I think it's like 108.
Oh, that's not too bad, man. It's hotter we got.
No. And then there's 60% humidity.
Yeah, because 40%
sweat. So you walk in there, and it's just like you can like the air is like palpable. You can like feel it, and then instantly I start sweating.
60% humidity.
So you're like,
I went to Mexico one time, and it was like I think it was like 60%, but it's only like 85 degrees.
Yeah, so 100 plus that humidity, you're like guaranteed to the detox. It's like taking a towel and just like wringing out your body.
Yeah,
wringing out all those
toxins.
Yeah, all the toxins. It's so good. I like to do it.
Get rid of all those demons.
Yeah.
Like you sweat, and then you just sweat demons.
Yep. Yeah. Try it, Keem.
I don't know, man.
5 minutes meditation. That's not that much.
No, well, there's already apps too for meditation, right? There's
absolutely.
There's like Headspace.
Well, that's already fucking up. If you look at your, what does it do exactly?
They're like guided meditations. They tell you like what to do and like what to focus on. Because there's like you can visualize while you're meditating. There's so many different forms.
So are you supposed to have audio playing in the background or?
Yeah, there's ones that have that, and you can just follow along with their voice.
But if you're not supposed to be thinking, doesn't the audio distract from not thinking?
I think it preps you up into the meditation.
Because I do like soothing music, like when it's like ding, ding.
Yeah, just put in like chakra music.
There's no right or wrong. Like, there's no like one way to meditate.
There has to be.
No, there's no.
I feel like there has to be. That's why people get lost in confusion.
Maybe that's why you haven't started yet, because you think there's one way.
Yeah.
Look how mad you are, bro.
I'm not mad.
Take a deep breath,
bro.
Bro,
you need to meditate more.
I gotta meditate right now, guys.
Yeah, I recommend it to everyone if they want to live like a more peaceful whole life. And just be able to like be present and not always constantly thinking about what's going on in the future or in the past, and just being here in the moment. Because like, imagine you get to the end of your life and you realize that you weren't really in the moment, and you're constantly just thinking about other things all the time.
I think about that every day.
Yeah, so why not start meditating?
So
you can be here now and really enjoy the fruits of life.
Yeah.
And really experience it how you're supposed to experience it.
Your lifestyle is completely different than a lot of the people that I know.
It is.
And when I say that, I mean, you vlog, right? You have your YouTube channel.
I do, right here,
and
yeah.
You do show the camera real quick. Ooh.
Heyo.
Hold on. There we go.
Sony RX100 Mark V. This is like one of the best vlogging cameras ever. So
RX100 Mark V?
Yeah. I want the Mark 6. I think
we got to order one of those.
Sony, sponsor him, please.
Well, anyways, getting back on topic. The reason I say you have more of a different themed life is because you're constantly traveling, you're constantly working on new projects, right? Mm-hmm. You're always vlogging, man, and it's fun always getting to see like your life and how you're living it. Thank you. How you constantly preach like it's great to live in the moment and not, and you do preach your how do you say, your morals on your YouTube channel, because you'll even sometimes you'll get frustrated and you'll say, you know, it's not good to get too frustrated over things, and then on camera, like you'll see your personality like kind of adapt to the situation and move on, right? So how did you get to where you are right now, where you're like, I mean, is there a reason why you like traveling so much? Is that something that you've always wanted to do? I've
always wanted to travel. Yeah, and I feel like I'm so blessed to be able to like enjoy and do what I love while traveling, while delivering value to the people and to the world. Yeah, it's such a dream. What was the question? What was the question? You're like asking like why I do it?
I guess the question that I was trying to get to is, what's your philosophy behind traveling? Because a lot of people live their life living in one location, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. The philosophy behind traveling. I feel like when you're in like a new environment, in like new cultures, immersed around new people, new foods, new just vibes, you know?
Yeah.
It constantly makes you
stay in the moment.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's all new.
Yes, it's all new. And then like all these old paradigms, all these old habits and ways of thinking, they can be shattered when you're in a completely new place. It's so easy to like get locked into routine and, you know, just mundane, rinse and repeat, you know, like everyone just
so true.
Yeah, you're like on a trip.
A lot of people are so used to that routine that if you do throw them into a new situation where they've never been there before, they don't like it, they freak out.
Comfort zone. It's nice to be comfortable because you're safe and you're secure, but like when you're out in the world, you have to be present. Yeah, and I think it's like it forces you to think, and it makes you look at your life in a different way. It makes you look at see how it gives you perspective, because you can. Oh, go ahead.
Well, my bad. I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
No, well, I guess that kind of led into another point which was like, since you travel so much, how's your eating? Like, are you still doing keto?
I wouldn't call it specifically keto. I have like a vegetarian high fat diet. Yeah, and the fat comes from coconut oil and ghee. Specifically, it's a clarified butter,
right,
in coffee.
Yeah.
So
because I know, like, even personally myself, like sometimes for me it's hard to kind of to stay consistent on track and consistent
when you're traveling,
especially when you're traveling. Dude. So how do you do it? Like,
I honestly, just to be vulnerable, I really lost myself while I was in the South America trip, because in Peru and Bolivia.
Guatemala?
Peru and Bolivia.
Okay.
Like this most recent one, because like we'd be walking around the streets and there'd be so much good street food. And I would just eat everything, just consuming everything, and I kind of just lost my like discipline.
Yeah.
On this.
Do you think it's a bad thing though? Because
that's what people keep telling me. They're like, you should enjoy yourself. You're traveling.
That's their culture, you know, and you wanna taste and feel somebody's culture, you know.
Yeah.
And I think food is a good way to express that. Even though, I guess
it wasn't. No, the one thing that was different is that it was excess. I did too much of it.
Oh, got it.
Too much. And
shame on you, bro.
Like glutton, hedonism. It was too much, and it makes me. I lost myself. So when I'm like really disciplined with my eating habits, I can show up and like produce the highest quality videos. My brain works the best, because I think like I've been fasting a lot the past year and a half, 2 years now.
How long do you fast for?
Usually I like to do like 20 to like 22 hours. Every day.
When you first told me that,
I gotta tell you, 16 to 18. That's good too, man. Like,
are you still using the app?
Yeah. I think I'm at like 20 something hours now, but it's like it's changed my life, because with like the body, the mind, and the stomach are like the highest, like the things that take up the most energy. So when your stomach is constantly digesting food, we're taught to eat 3 meals a day, so we constantly are moving food. It takes away all the energy that we could be using for our brain. So when you can just stop eating for a second, give your body a break to repair, all the energy goes to the brain. And like when I was in Guatemala, I was like on point with my fasting, and then you saw the video that I made while I was there.
Yeah,
that was like just when I'm like,
it was nuts,
operating at my fullest, like just like, and when I look at it now, I'm like, I don't even remember doing it. It was like effortless. It didn't take like a lot of like sweat to do it.
Yeah.
And it was because I was super disciplined and on my fasting and meditating.
But for sure with fasting, you got to eat pretty healthy as well.
Super clean. Yeah. Super clean. Yeah. It doesn't give you, it's people
so
use.
it's not like somebody
so you can't have a McDonald's meal.
Someone can't have like a Big Mac and then wait 24 hours, right?
It would still work though. Your body would have time to process it.
You feel like shit.
Yeah. You want to put clean.
Release all the toxins.
But is it really food though?
It's not. It's not.
So it's like, what is I don't think that's sustainable then. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's sustainable to eat once a day if you're eating junk food. As your meal.
Definitely not.
Hell no.
Definitely not.
But that's.
I mean, you can definitely try, but your body's gonna.
I mean, I was doing it with Soylent, and that worked fine with me because Soylent doesn't really have. It's not junk food. You know?
Have you heard of Soylent?
No, what's that?
It's that like It's just a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals, and it replaces meals. Like you actually get full off of it.
It's like a protein
one of those
shake.
things. Pretty sure there's there's bad stuff in it, but it's still better than.
I don't think there's anything that's technically unhealthy for you. It's got all your basic vitamins, minerals. Like it has fats, but they're naturally processed and all that stuff. So it's like it's supposed to be a healthy replacement for a meal. But you do it like all day, every day?
I stopped it because I got tired of it because it's like fucking chalk. Yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm kind of bored of this shit.
And they have different flavors.
Yeah,
like
they have chocolate and strawberry now, but it
gotta show
definitely.
You the packet. We have one up there.
I remember when I transferred my my eating habits to that. Like I felt the change. I felt the nutrients. Like you feel more vibrant. Yes. It feels like a cup of coffee every time.
Yep. You become what you eat.
It's crazy. And then my body kind of got used to it and I stopped feeling that. So I think I'd lost that. I'm like, oh, I don't feel that like, because coming from shitty to that.
Then you got to go raw.
Yeah.
Then you start eating raw foods, and that's where all the prana,
vegetables.
all the energy. Really?
Yeah, bro.
You'll get used to it.
I like spinach. I could eat spinach all day.
Your taste will change as you get more into
older.
It. Yeah.
Fucking child. I got 100%. Child taste buds, bro. I hate vegetables. I'm like.
He still orders the 4-piece chicken nugget from McDonald's in the Happy Meal, bro.
That's all.
In a kid's meal.
You gotta get the toy.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, so you don't eat meat then?
No, I haven't eaten meat for. I eat fish occasionally.
Fish occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah, so pescatarian technically, but I'm even trying to get away from that.
Is it a health thing or a moral thing for you? Or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. It started as a moral thing. No. It started as a health thing. Then it became a moral thing. Yeah.
What's the bad side of eating meat?
I don't want. Should I share?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's fine.
The thing that like
get real, man.
Okay. The thing that really impacted my life was back in 2012. I was in Thailand, and my friend Benny in Hong Kong. He's pretty Buddhist, and he told me that like when you eat a piece of meat, that the meat that went through all that suffering and all that pain, it like
goes into you.
Yeah, you eat it, and then you experience suffering and pain. So. That fucking blew my mind. I was like, oh God, what have I been eating? I've never even brought any awareness to this, because like those animals live in tiny little cages in their shit all day, and then they suffer and they're separated from their mothers. Just like imagine being that animal, and then they get taken to the slaughterhouse, and then they get killed, and then all that adrenaline is like released into their body, and we consume it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't even know how deep we can go into this.
What about like Kobe beef? You know how they treat like
those are
cows?
Babies. They like massage them.
Oh no, not Kobe. What's the? Oh shit, that's terrible.
They massage those calves and like make them nice and soft before they kill them.
What's the beef like where they like back in? Was it Kobe? Like they feed them beer and fucking massage the cows.
Yeah, they take really good care of them, so their meat is really good.
But do they kill them quick? Like
I don't know how they kill them, but they kill them.
I'm trying to make this shit sound nice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, so that's what really changed me. I was like, oh, I had no idea that I was like eating their suffering, and I'm suffering because of it. Because it's not like directly like you're experiencing their pain, but like your life, you'll be like symptoms. It would be like that you're more aggro and like short-tempered, and like you're just very reactive, and it's just not very good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless you're killing it with honor, like the chicken that you raised yourself, and with love. I
don't know though. That's kind of like another little controversial point where it's like the argument can be made that like, oh, man was supposed to conquer and then use animals as you know what I mean,
in those survival days. In those survival days. But look at this age now. We're like pretty advanced and conscious to the point where we don't really have to eat them. We have everything else and there's a lot of protein vegetables.
Yeah, the whole thing,
right,
I think. Yeah, I'm trying. Like, I guess the whole the conversation is the fact that we have a conscious mind, meaning we know what's bad and what's good.
Yep. We
know now that there's other alternatives than just eating animals. We have the power to be like, no, I don't want to eat that no more. But you know, people are going to say,
but it tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes amazing. It tastes delicious. But you can kind of show yourself, like, you can't eat a raw piece of meat. You can't. You can't.
You look at our teeth. We're not even designed.
We're herbivores.
Yeah.
We got flat teeth. We have little canines just because I think that's like evolution of like cavemen who had to probably like depart from an area that had plantation. And they
Wait, but do you think cavemen were vegans or were vegetarians?
100%. I think the original humans who were probably whoever. This is my theory. Yeah. But we got flat teeth. Every flat teeth animal is what? An herbivore. Because there's no reason to.
And you look at our intestinal tract, we're not really like designed to eat meat. And I don't look down or frown upon anyone that eats meat.
Because I eat meat.
Enjoying food is wonderful. I miss steak so much and buffalo wings. Oh my god.
But it's funny.
But there's so many substitutes. There's so many alternatives now.
It's the seasoning. It's how you cook it.
Yep.
It's not the meat that's good. It's not. It's literally the seasoning.
Yeah, so there's all these like vegan meat. There's all these vegan meats out there.
How do you feel about those vegan
I think
meats?
it's cool. I think it's a really great way to make that transition, but it's still like
But it sounds technically unhealthy for you, isn't it?
I don't know. I think
there's some unhealthy stuff for sure. I think
because we were talking about how like the orange chicken that they make, like it tastes like Chuck gave me some orange chicken the other day, and it was vegan. I was like, whoa, there's no way.
I love that
vegan.
stuff.
Yeah, it was Chef Kenny's. Have you been there? He makes like vegan sushi, vegan like crispy beef. Very good though. Like,
so cool.
He kills it with the soy. Like I don't know how he does it, but you know, I'm like the sugar. You know, it's orange chicken, so that sauce for sure is probably hella sugar, processed sugar. You know what I mean? That's terrible for you.
But it's still like better than eating
exactly
the meat, you know, because like no one a being didn't have to die to for this to happen.
And I guess
I come from a very Mexican traditional background, so like all this is completely like it wasn't. I wasn't raised with it, right? Were you somewhat raised with like the ideology?
No, dude, I ate meat every day, 3 meals a day.
I mean, what are you again?
I'm Chinese.
All the way through. So they definitely eat their meat.
Yeah, dude, I would have like a sausage egg muffin in the morning, and then like a sandwich like with pastrami and turkey, and then like for dinner I'd have like a giant, just every day. Yeah, all day, every day. So much.
And how long has it been since you completely just converted?
Maybe like 6 or 7 years now.
Really? So you haven't had meat in 6 or 7 years?
Well, I've never like maybe like 5 or 6 times where I like had a bite of steak or something. But I've been really trying to stay disciplined with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. It's changed my life. Changed my life.
I don't know. I think one of the things in like Hispanics is that they eat a lot of like flour, corn, you know, definitely a lot of meats.
Cheese too.
Cheese. But cheese is keto though.
Damn, I love cheese.
I mean, I guess it depends. I used to think that Coke Zero was keto, bro. You know what I mean? Because it says 0 sugar, but then it has
so much other stuff in it.
What's it called? Aspartame?
Probably aspartame.
It's aspartame, but aspartame doesn't enter your blood. What's it called? Your bloodstream. So it's a different way it affects your body. But then do you know who Dr. Berg is on YouTube? Dr. Berg is he's a I don't know if he's an actual doctor or not. I have yet to research that part, but he does a lot of videos on like the ketogenic diet and what's technically healthy or unhealthy for you to be eating while you're on it. And he's the one that showed me that, like, oh yeah, Coke Zero, yeah, that's not keto. You know what I mean?
I love all the nutrition information there's out there now.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Crazy.
Dude, I actually, and I don't know how legit this is, but I saw a chart. It was like a PDF, not a PDF, like a JPEG image, and it had like all the logos for all the fast food restaurants, and they said, "Here's how you can eat keto at all these places."
Whoa, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool, nice.
But I'm also like, I don't know how much I trust that.
Are you keto?
Not right now. No, I want to go back on it though. Yeah.
Yeah, man. High fat.
I feel like ketogenic was one of the things that was helping me like eat less because I was so comfortable with what I already had in me that I didn't look like I had already proved myself to like a week, like day after day after day. Okay, I can eat my breakfast, my lunch, and then outside of that, 18 hours of just fasting, essentially.
Yep. You have more freedom.
And when I'm not on that schedule, it's a lot easier for your mind to be like, oh, but you're hungry. You haven't eaten in 6 to 8 hours. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to kind of fall off track with it. Yeah.
It's
what
good
about
to
you,
say.
Chuck? You ever gonna get on keto?
No, I think I'm gonna go back to Soylent and just like, cause I like the discipline part of it and trying to test myself. Cause like I've always been into Shaolin monks, so
dude, those guys are. Awesome.
I wanna train like that. I love anime. You know, I've been an anime kid since my whole entire life, so I love that. Like these fools work so hard. I'm like, damn, I want that discipline.
Yeah, I want to get there too. For sure.
Have you guys seen those videos of those dudes that just get like hit in the
nuts?
groin? Yeah. Is that what it is?
That's just crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Wait, but is that like a Shaolin monk kind of thing, or is that just like a Buddhist thing, or is that?
Then
like
you can get to a point where you actually don't feel the pain. You can get to a point where you can like disconnect.
Well, yeah, but what about the first couple hits?
Oh, you probably for sure feel it. Nah, I think like you just said, it's mind over matter. Anything in this lifetime.
Yep. Mine's more.
So you're all about like controlling your mind and
not controlling it, but just kind of like. I guess recently I just like learned to let go and trust it.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Yeah.
I was watching your video on your channel with the tantric sex.
And that's how I got all my subs.
There you go. And it was talking about how essentially you can learn to take that energy of when you're like climaxing, right?
Oh, sexual energy, man. Sexual energy. That is like the most potent. It's like our mana.
And so, okay, so the video was talking about how you can basically take that energy and apply it to everything else in life.
Yep.
You know, like, and you were kind of talking to me about this. Yeah, you were kind of talking to me about this the last time you were here, where you were talking about taking that energy and then using it to creating things and using it as energy.
Yep.
How's that been going out, like working out for you?
Incredible. Like you look at the stuff in Guatemala, that was the result of using Tantra and like moving that sexual energy. Instead of like wasting it, you move it into your creative efforts. Yeah. Because sexual energy can be used for like so powerfully for a man to manifest things. Because you've heard before, right? Like they always say before fights, like the fighters aren't supposed to like jerk off before the fight. It's because like they gotta contain that energy. And we have yeah, it's like your mana. Literally, I always look at it as like art.
That's like a constant debate. I've heard things on both sides of the spectrum where they're like, people say. Mostly with the gym, like people are like, "Oh yeah, I have to masturbate before the gym," or "No, I wait till I'm done." At the
would
gym.
It be
you
the fact
like,
that people would be like, "Oh, you're gonna lose your libido" or something like that, like your sex drive? Do you believe that?
Yeah, they always recommend it's like healthy to masturbate, but it's not good to ejaculate regularly because you're literally just like spilling your most like powerful prana like. Liquid. Yeah.
Damn, I grew up thinking that they were saying the opposite. Like they used
to jack off every day. Jack off every day.
They used to teach you like in sex ed.
It's good for your prostate.
It's healthy for you to masturbate every day. You're saying it's not?
No.
You're flipping the table on me, bro.
If you saw in the video, it like lowers your vibration when you like spill it. Yeah. So you can still have.
Well, the guy was talking about how it's also like it's your creation, you know.
The fuel. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it's so precious, and we're taught to just kind of like whatever, you know. Yeah. I mean, we only have
spill it into a napkin.
Yeah.
Just throw those babies everywhere.
It's like in a toilet and a napkin. Someone's back. Just kidding. Just kidding. Looking in the camera. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
But it definitely gets wasted, and the way we've been taught is just kind of like blah, you know. But if you can like really focus and harness it, you can like that. I really believe that my Guatemala video was like the result of practicing that and like using all that energy to create that. And like when a man like really focuses it in, you can create so many incredible things in this life. Yeah.
Dang, man, I don't know.
Crazy. It's ridiculous, but it feels so good. There's like, it feels so good, but like there's a price to pay. There's a price to pay with having a pleasure that high. You know?
Yeah, I always felt like there had to be a catch.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Thank you. Yeah, it's so good. Like, of course, there's an equal opposite reaction. So like you can see like when people watch porn and jack off all the time, they sometimes get depressed.
Oh, easy.
Because they're constantly like hitting that dopamine ceiling, just and just like spilling all of their.
Yeah, it's like drinking sugar every day, man. Like at one point when I used to drink Coca-Cola every day, to the point where I had to be drinking like 4, 5, 6 in a day because they just
you get addicted to masturbation, dude. That's an issue.
But you get addicted to it?
Yeah. Whoa. Like mentally, because like you need that dopamine to like.
Keem?
Yeah, don't do it too much. Just don't come, dude.
But okay, so what's a good amount to masturbate?
You can do it all the time. Just don't come.
Damn. So blue ball yourself.
Oh wait,
you're talking
about edging. You're talking about edging.
Yeah, edging. Is that what it's called?
That's what
in Tantra they say.
Yeah.
You chill between that 60 and 80%. You know, and just ride that.
Yeah.
And you can still like have orgasm. Not come.
But how do you know when you're at 60 to 80%? Like.
You have to practice.
I feel like have you ever seen like the iMessage, bro, when you're sending a message and the little bar at the top goes and it just stays at that last %?
Yes, you gotta chill there.
But I'm saying like so that's up to like 90%,
That's
right?
like 99. They call it the point of no return.
Okay.
You can't go back after that.
But what about like, so you have to like get to 80% and then you have to imagine the rest?
No. Okay, so because when you get to the end, that's like when the man ejaculates. But you can chill in the 60 to 80% and still have orgasm.
Yeah.
More powerful than you've ever had. So you don't actually have to like ejaculate to have orgasm.
Oh, what?
So you're saying pull yourself to 60 to 80% and then just get up and go. Go do shit.
No. You can still orgasm, but that just not have ejaculation. So here's a technique that everyone can take home. Okay, so there's like it's called Mula Bandha. Yeah, and it's like the root lock. So you know that muscle that you have to like contract when you feel like you have to pee.
Yeah,
it's like Kegels. They call it Kegels.
Oh,
okay. Where you're like flexing that muscle that's stopping you from peeing. You can do it right now.
Oh yeah, that's hard though, bro.
So when you master Mula Bandha, that's when you master your sexual energy. So when you can hold it for like an hour without releasing.
Jesus.
That's like when you mastered it. That's what they say in the.
Well, you hold your pee for an hour?
No, hold that muscle.
Your Kegel muscles.
Yeah, that Kegel muscle.
You know how those girls like they have the little Kegel balls?
Yeah.
And they have to hold it.
I don't even know what a Kegel is, bro, for girls.
Kegel.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's that root muscle. That root muscle. So when you're having sex,
I'm sure that some girls can lift like 5-10 pounds with it.
So when you're practicing, you hold this Mula Bandha, this muscle, right?
Yeah.
And you like in Tantra, you visualize the energy going up into the third eye. Like
third eye.
Yeah, the pineal gland.
That's a legit thing. That's a third eye.
Yeah, it's your third eye.
Why do they call it the third eye?
Because it helps you see into the astral, like into the ethers.
Shouldn't it be on the top of your head then?
It is. When you look at it, it looks like an eye that's facing up. It's like our antenna to the source.
To the universe.
I've seen a lot of logos with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and we've been like kind of disconnected from like everything. Everything that in this world disconnects us from that. It like calcifies the pineal gland. It covers it, so we're always sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah. So like you awaken that with your sexual energy.
So DMT would be like another thing to enter that realm of like connection?
Yeah, for sure. We produce DMT in our own minds, but like when you take it, it really opens that up.
Let's talk about what is DMT. Do you know what DMT is?
What it stands for is like dimethyltryptamine.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that gets released when you're sleeping.
Or when you die.
When you die and when you're born.
Those are the only times?
Yep. They call it the spirit molecule. I don't know. Have you seen the documentary? Joe Rogan is on Netflix.
No.
Check it out. Spirit molecule.
Spirit molecule?
Really dope. Tells you all about it. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's the active alkaloid in ayahuasca. And it's just like, it opens up the third eye.
DMT also in plants, animals,
every living
bugs,
thing. Yeah.
Every living thing.
It's like the spirit fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think there's a lot of like research.
The universal language.
Did you ever watch Yu Yu Hakusho growing up?
No.
No?
What's that?
Oh, you never watched Yu Yu Hakusho? It's an anime, man. This guy forged a sword out of his spirit. Do you think that was made out of DMT? Is that DMT
Probably.
Sword? No wonder you can cut through anything. Damn. So how did you get into like the whole DMT thing? Like the whole, you know?
Oh man. Sometimes they say that it comes to you. Like they always say ayahuasca like calls you.
Yeah.
So like when you check it out, you're like kind of intrigued.
Yeah.
You kind of follow it. It's like when Alice in Wonderland she sees the rabbit and follows the rabbit. Like signs in life just kind of point you and kind of guide you there because like you're at a point in your life where you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of shows up when you're ready.
So have you done it?
Ayahuasca?
No, he has.
DMT?
Yeah.
So
I've done ayahuasca.
What's
and
your whole experience with the DMT and like?
I just saw. Okay, my most recent experience. I like saw my true essence. I feel like I saw my spirit of like who I really am, and like what I'm here to do. Like really found like my purpose. Just yeah, it was really interesting. It was like nothing but I felt bliss, and I just understood who I was. Mm-hmm. And every level and why everything happened the way it did for me to be this way.
Is you're referring to the ayahuasca, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something that you have to do like yearly? Or...
Yeah, I consider it a maintenance. I like to do peyote like 3 or 4 times a year.
So what is peyote again? Like, how do you take that?
Did you just say peyote, bro?
Oh, and what is it?
Peyote with the
peyote.
Peyote.
I was like peyote. Okay. Peyote.
It comes in like a powder form, and the way that I've taken it is in like a tea. And they take the tea and mix it with the powder and make like a ball, and you eat the ball and drink the tea.
Damn, I want to try that.
Dude, I can show you. There's places in Vegas too.
They do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Native American church. You become a member of the church, and then you can do.
Oh shit!
Wait, is that where they have the rooms, and then you go into the rooms, and then they give you like a 2-day stay or something, and then
they have retreats, but this specific place is not a retreat.
Oh, okay.
But they have ayahuasca here in Vegas too.
Wait, so
do they?
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
But doesn't ayahuasca doesn't that take time? Like, isn't that something that takes like a day or two, or is it?
You can do it in like a 24-hour period.
Really?
Like the ceremony usually lasts like maybe 12, 15,
is that dependent on the
hours.
dosage you take? Is that why? Because like I heard like 3-day trips sometimes.
Yeah, well they have retreats where you go for like a week, and you take medicine every day. But the ones I know here in Vegas, it's like a 1-day thing.
Is there any legal ones?
Now, is that covered by insurance? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, dude, I got a card. You want to see? Can I show you guys this card?
Yeah. Show me the card because I have a HSA. I have a health savings account.
Yeah, I call this my Dizzy Pass.
Ooh, bro.
That's such a tight little card holder.
Thank you.
Oh, then you got your picture on it and everything.
And look on the back. There's the fine print. Maybe you can read this so people can know what it says.
This person part?
Yeah.
This person secured with this card is a member of Oklevueha Native American Church.
Shout out to Oklevueha.
ONAC, and as such is qualified to carry, possess, and or use Native American Church sacraments, including peyote, cannabis, San Pedro, and other recognized healing ceremonial plants. And people are going to be like, this is a life hack.
It is a life hack.
Wow, healing ceremony plants in quantities for personal use only for a complete list, so you can't sell it.
No.
Yeah, don't ever get
that's not licensed
you
to
can
sell.
take it wherever, or you can only take it on
drive
their
in. You can't drive in a car, but yeah, you can like hold on to it.
Home.
Yeah, in a ceremonial purpose.
It says for a complete list of covered sacraments and this requirement for their use, visit this. So they got a whole website built to the things you can have.
Yeah,
they couldn't even fit it on the back of this card.
Wow. Isn't that cool?
And it's got a QR code in the back. Yep. What's the QR code for?
I don't know. Probably their website.
Oh, okay. Or if you do they have a shop?
Not a shop, but
there's like a rewards points kind of thing.
You racked up enough points for an ayahuasca ceremony.
That would be so tight.
Yo, it's time to decentralize ayahuasca. What's up?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Exists to unearth the creator spirit in our hearts and heritage for all of our relations. People are gonna be like, this guy reached at a 3rd grade level. That's cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm hyped. Yeah. That's super hyped me up.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool because they're trying to make it available for everyone. Because not everyone can go to Peru and spend like 14 days out there to do all this stuff, So they bring it here for us.
Kind of like it that it's in my backyard too, Like I'm like, okay, if anything goes wrong, like,
yeah.
Just be like, hey.
And the people that run it are very like they're such beautiful people.
Damn.
So they do the ayahuasca for you right there for you?
Like, yeah, they brew the tea, they make it all happen.
So safe to say you don't drive home after.
Yeah, they facilitate the space and they hold that space for you so you can really work through your shit.
So do you have to pay for it or anything?
Yeah. Oh no, you don't pay for it. They have donations.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Got it.
Yeah,
that's tight.
Loopholes.
I'm about to go. I'm about to get my card.
We're gonna do our next episode from the road.
It's happening,
man. But I don't know, man. I mean, so you've done shrooms too, right?
Mushrooms is what really changed my life. I did them in high school.
Was mushrooms the first thing that you tried?
Like the first psychedelic. Cannabis was the first, and people consider cannabis a psychedelic.
Yeah,
but like mushrooms was like my first real glimpse of like the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think people who are afraid to take it should maybe think about taking it, or what do you think on that?
I think if you're afraid to take it, you probably shouldn't take it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you feel you feel interest, I definitely recommend kind of like following that intuition for.
You can't die from it, right?
No.
Cool.
No, there was a study that you have to take enough for like 100 people for yourself to like have any like possible physical death.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like an extreme amount.
Yeah.
It's like when like you can die on weed, but you have to smoke your own body weight, which is like fucking that's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, and like Terrence McKenna, like the tripper astronaut of our age, he says like a heroic dose is like what 5 grams of mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
And that will change your life.
I wonder why nobody's taken up the task of trying to overdose on marijuana yet. Like I feel like this world is.
I think people are trying every day.
No, but I'm saying like this world is so crazy, bro. There's people who are trying to be the first at anything. You know what I mean? So I feel like being the first to overdose on weed would be like a crazy title. I'm surprised somebody hasn't gotten.
I just think
yet.
You can't because you'll fall asleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And then you can't smoke anymore.
Figure it out, man.
Unless you like trap yourself in like a smoke chamber, then you might die.
But I'm saying if you look at the Guinness World Book of
First,
you started beatboxing. He's
the Guinness World Record Book of World Records. It's been a while, bro. They used to have it at the Scholastic Book Fair. But if you look at those books, like you always look at people's accomplishments, like, well, there's no way that person did it. Like for example, I'll see like this person went without eating, and you would think like, oh, they went for like 8, 9, 10, 2 years.
Yo, have you heard of breatharian?
Breatharian?
Yeah, those are people that don't drink water or eat food.
They just their synthesis. What's it called?
What did they go off the sun?
Yes.
Yeah,
they
So what do you think about that?
Dude, I want to be. These people are gonna think I'm ridiculous. I want to be breatharian one day.
No way.
Yeah, it'd be so cool. Okay. Imagine how much time you save if you didn't have to eat, pee, or poop.
So now, where
clearly, hey, let's mark sleep off of that one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I want to sleep less.
You're literally gonna become a plant, bro.
So do you legitimately know anybody who does that?
So there's a woman in Thailand that's been breatharian for I think 2 years.
No way.
Yeah, she hasn't eaten anything or drank any water. She'll go to like Stonehenge and all these sacred sites, and she'll see portals.
What the fuck?
Yes.
She'll see like
portals, like to other dimensions and shit.
Is it
like
because her eyes are fucking like birds? So she's like, no. When you sun eat, don't you have to like stare at the sun?
Yeah,
sun staring.
Yeah. Sun gazing. Like you like look at the sun when it's rising, and you can absorb.
Eating.
You absorb your food from the sun and from the air. But you can't like do it in like New York City or somewhere.
Well, you have to look at the sun directly?
Yeah, when it's rising. Yeah, like straight into it, and then you can like feed from it.
So are these people blind?
No.
Their
eyesight is actually probably better.
What?
That's
so trippy.
Yeah.
Wait, so she's probably the one in the book records then.
I don't think she needs the fame.
Yeah.
No.
But she's like, and then you get nutrients from the air. But you have to be like in a very nature dense place.
So
you need to be like, you need to live like in
like a tropical forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at that point, you become a plant. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
everything changes, man. Like your whole digestive system shuts off, and like your brain just like.
Well, at that point, would she no longer be considered a mammal?
I don't even know.
No, but I'm saying like think about it. If you think about what goes into describing, what's the definition of a mammal, right? Like I don't know.
She's blood and has a heart.
I guess she still has those parts, right?
Yeah.
I thought a mammal was you can make babies.
Yeah.
You don't lay eggs.
Yeah, breatharian's a real thing.
But there's got to be
there's no catch.
If you're a true breatharian, like I don't know, I just don't feel like you wouldn't be labeled as a person anymore. Like you're essentially a more plant than human.
You do much different things with your time when you don't eat or drink water.
Sounds like you have to be a descendant of a breatharian.
Yeah, you know Usually people are born and they know. Yeah, but then like trying to become one is like you might die doing it.
Yeah, you might burn your eyes out.
I feel like there might be
burn your eyes out.
I tried looking at someone when I was a kid, bro. Look what happened.
Oh, glass eye. It just.
That's why I freaking
drifts off.
Man. But I didn't look at it when the sun was rising. I was looking at it in the afternoon as it was in the highest point.
Oh, that's really dumb.
Yeah, don't do that.
Shouldn't have done that.
It was either that or sitting too close to the TV.
Yeah, those two will do it for
I've
sure.
been wearing glasses since I was 10, 12.
Yeah, you should get a LASIK. That'll change your life. I remember you need to talk about that in the previous podcast.
About getting LASIK?
LASIK, yeah.
Yeah,
I want to do it so bad.
But I'm just so scared, man.
You don't feel anything.
I like.
Imagine your eyesight is like 8K vision.
Yeah, I know.
Like sharpness,
Don't
clarity.
play with me.
Sharpness, clarity times 100.
My vision is actually pretty good right now. No, I'm playing. I really want to do it. I just like what's like the average spend per eye? Like 1,000?
Isn't it like 2,000?
I don't know. Were you guys talking about Rosemary? You guys were talking about with her, right?
I don't know. Were we?
You guys talking about
Rosemary doesn't have.
We could just go to Mexico and they can do it probably for super cheap.
Rosemary's actually going to come back and do her episode again. Because that first episode that we did was kind of like a test run with her. And we kind of didn't even really talk about anything. We were just kind of like, hanging out. But she wants to come. We're going to come back and do her episode like next week or something. That's going to be fun.
That's dope.
She's on a new path, so it'd be kind of fun to talk about that.
New path?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Did not know that.
I might be lying.
Life's always changing.
Yeah, man.
How do you find the drive to vlog every day?
I know how good it feels when I like look back on a memory. And I'm like, man, I'm so glad I captured that. So it really encourages me to like do it again. Yeah. I find a hard time when I smoke cannabis though, to like vlog. You know, when you get like all paranoid when you're high?
Nope.
You don't smoke weed, do you?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Well, sometimes I'll get like really self-conscious and like weird in public, and I'll be like, why am I holding a camera at myself? But like when I'm like really on point and like traveling and moving around, I'm like, yes, I want to capture all of this.
Yeah.
So I can like be able to like share inspiration with others and just be able to document my life. Yeah. I think those are two like really good motivating factors.
Dang.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people, that's the first thing that they feel is like weird or awkward in public.
Yeah, it is at first. It is at first. You're like, why am I filming myself?
Wait, do you vlog every day, or is it kind of like
No, not. I did like a 3-month streak or something, but I find it's better just to have more quality content, you know, and not have the obligation to do it every day.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a grind, and then you resent it, and then you don't feel inspired to do it.
Yeah, I feel like anything, once it becomes a job, you kind of start pushing away from it. Yeah,
the heart kind of fades from it, and you're just doing it just to do it, and then you're not present while you're doing it, and then it's just like, man, not the highest quality product you could be making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, do you put out videos every day though, or do you?
I want to be, because I know that's like what you need to do to like have a really strong YouTube channel. But I'm like, I feel like YouTube isn't like my main focus. It's just a place for me to put my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
so it's
really
it's more like a scrapbook or like a photo memory scrapbook for you, right?
Yeah, and a place for people to get like to receive light and inspiration.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about light and inspiration, because I noticed on your bio, what was it exactly? You had
share love and light.
Yeah, share love and light.
Yeah, with everything that I do, with every person that I meet, I try to do that.
And that's just essentially bringing positivity to their life.
Like kind of mirroring back like the light in them, so they can see like what's possible.
Like on a spiritual level, right? Like their light.
Yeah, exactly.
Shining their light through their third eye.
Yep. It's like, let me show you.
That'd be cool. That could be a superpower. You just had that power like Tien from Dragon Ball Z.
So when you practice celibacy and you don't come or do any of that, you get superpowers after 12 years.
12 years?
Yeah.
Is that what your goal is?
I remember you telling me about this, bro.
Yeah, you get a superpower. And it's like whatever you're supposed to be, whatever superpower you're given. But anything from like telepathy to like making things levitate, or
to seeing portals on the freaking earth, man.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. Yeah, so you have to like,
after 12 years of celibacy, you gain
a superpower.
Yeah, hold on, but you're talking about no masturbation and no sex.
No, and it's even more like next level is that you can't even have a sexual thought. Your mind has to be completely pure.
Fuck.
Completely pure for 12 years.
That's what
and then you can attain. If they call it a city. A city is like a superpower.
A city?
A city. SIDDIH. SIDDI. Yeah, I don't know. But you can
acidity?
No, city. SIDDI.
A city. Okay.
City. Yeah, that's a
yogic
term. Not by science, but I know it's real.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be crazy. I think we were talking about this last time you came to Vegas, and I mentioned something about how, like, you know, you could say that, you know, that is after 12 years you get a superpower, but nobody would ever figure out, because nobody would ever go 12 years without a sexual thought.
I'm trying. I'm 1 year physical, but not even mental is like the most
Bro, you gotta
part.
move to like in the middle of nowhere
with no media.
Oh man, I don't know. I feel like you.
Monk in the mountain.
That's so hard. That's like me trying to, like, not even just sex, bro. Thinking about like tell me I can't think about that lens, you know, like that camera brand. It's like it's gonna pop up eventually. And what if you're 9 years into it?
Because all it takes is like a rock to look like a boobie, and you're like, ooh.
I feel like you'd have to be in a coma for 12 years for that to happen.
You can't have sexual dreams either. I don't know about that one.
Can people
different dimension?
Can people in comas have dreams?
Yeah, I'm sure. They're definitely in a different world.
But they're still alive.
Yeah.
Technically, right?
They're just not conscious in this plane. They're like in different layers.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you feel like one day you'll exist in that kind of plane? That's
another
plane.
Yeah, 100. I feel like I've gotten glimpses of it. I would love to but it's all about integrating it all into this plane. You know, that's what they call grounding. It's like you take what you've got up there and bring it into this realm for everyone else. Yeah.
So going back to mental disorders. Or sorry, not mental. That was part of my question. Going back to psychedelics. Do you feel like psychedelics can be used as treatment for mental disorders?
Psychedelics is the real medicine. Big pharma is just like a cash cow money machine. There's so many studies now where people are curing post-traumatic PTSD with mushrooms, depression.
Even Molly's, I think they're helping.
Yes,
with that
they're
too.
doing tons of experience with Molly.
Crazy.
Yes, there's so much deep benefits that it can cure.
So you're into the school of thought, or the thinking of there probably is a cure for cancer already. They're just not. There's no money in the cure for cancer. It's mostly like,
yeah, dude. I don't want to ruffle any feathers if anyone is watching this, but
no,
cancer,
man, speak your mind, bro.
I think cancer is a business. They have the cure, man.
Chemotherapy is like what, a 98% chance it's not gonna work or some shit like that. So it's like
they're making money. These people are making money off of people being sick. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
This world is really, it's changing.
A dirty world.
It is.
I do believe that. I think it's changing a lot more.
Yeah, we actually live in one of the most peaceful times ever in history.
Yeah, they said that.
But like the media makes it seem like it's a shit show every single day. So if you like,
that's what they grow up.
That's what they want. What they feed off of your fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is they put these things on the TV or your YouTube channel or your Facebook post, your Facebook feed. You see these things that are happening in the world, and you have no choice but to think what you're seeing, right? So it's like if you're like, oh no, this happened in the news. Oh, this happened in the news. Where's your head at for that day, right?
Constantly in fear.
And where's your head at for that week?
Fear, anxiety. It's like you're just like living your life based on those like feelings,
Right.
And that doesn't get very good results.
That's why meditate for
Yes,
sure is
exactly.
something I'm gonna really try, because it's just staying with your thoughts is the worst thing.
Yeah,
because you
go down a rabbit hole, man. And I like, even after all the years of meditation, I still go down those rabbit holes. I'm like, but you notice it faster.
Yeah, and you can catch yourself.
Exactly, exactly. So the more you meditate, you don't go as deep. You realize when you're starting to go that way, then you bring yourself back to this. So you don't like spiral out, because it's so easy to spiral out. And sometimes, I can admit that I spiral out too. Like my thoughts will be like, holy shit, how did I get here? And then you're like, kind of come back, Yeah. But the meditation kind of helps you bring you back easier, quicker.
So when you talk about like plant healing and psychedelics and all that stuff being used in replacement of big pharma medicine, you're talking about medicine like Tylenol, right? Or like
all the stuff that's like a little band-aid, It's like, oh, I got a headache, let me just take this pill. And
so how would you use natural plant medicine?
Well, if you're healthy and like if you're healthy, you won't have those headaches that they have pills for.
Yeah.
And if you're healthy, you won't have like a ill stomach that you have to take. What's that pill?
Tums.
Yeah, you won't have. You won't have to take Tums because you'll already be healthy, so you won't have any of those ailments. So it's kind of just like sounds so spiritual, like raising your vibration. Yeah, and on every level of everything that
vibrations.
You do,
all day.
Then you vibrate higher, and then you don't have those like they call it disease because it's like a body that's not at ease.
Oh wow,
disease.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so disease appears when you're like, it's like your body like talking to you almost, It's always like trying to communicate back to you, like reflecting what's going on. So,
right.
But people are they are so deep in like the space where they just like, oh, let's just take a pill to cure it.
Yeah.
Instead of like really getting to the root of it.
Yeah, I've got family that's like that.
That's why I learned a lot about CBD, and I've been it's finally been working. Like it's funny, it wasn't working like the past 2 days. And I was like, dude, I'm done, because it's expensive, for the tincture or whatever.
We have CBD receptors in our body.
So what I figured out, because I never understood, like there's a few things that are interesting, like when you build up a resistance to alcohol or anything, I didn't really know why your body did that, but it's because that's not meant for your body. So your body rejects it, and it's trying to build something so it doesn't get hurt by it. But CBD, it's the opposite. So the more CBD you take, the less you have to take over time, because your body actually sees that something, like it accepts it completely.
Wow,
so I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And like, because I talked to this one guy, Harmonious CBD, and he's very about his product. Like he gets scientific research on it. He keeps trying to like
we get it in the womb from our moms. When we're like in the womb, we get CBD. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Someone told me this recently.
Through the placenta?
Oh yes, through the full, what's the tube? Your belly button. Yeah, you get CBD from your mother when you're in the womb.
Where does she get it from?
I don't know. When she's pregnant, maybe.
I don't know the science behind what is CBD exactly.
Cannabis oil. It's called cannabidiol. It's part of the marijuana plant that's not
hallucinogenic.
The hallucinogenic.
It's the medicinal.
It's the medicinal part. So it's like if you could smoke marijuana and not get high, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can smoke it too. There's pill form. There's gummies for it. I take gummies, bro. Those gummies help me go to sleep.
Yeah, so good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's the real medicine. Instead of taking, imagine like a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Because sleeping pills have so much side effects.
I've always thought about that too, because I see like sleep. I would always get tempted when I went to like CVS or something. CVS or Walgreens, and then you would see like sleeping pills, and I'm just like, that to me sounds a little shady.
It is shady.
You're gonna give me a pill that's gonna knock me out. Like, I'm all about with help sleeping and everything like that, and that was before I got into CBD. But then when I found out CBD is all natural, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. That's a lot better, and it's been working.
The natural way, is the way.
What about addictiveness? Let's talk about addictiveness with plant healing.
I don't think you can get addicted to it. I think you
can't get addicted to shrooms?
You can use it to like cure addictions, like to alcohol or cigarettes. Like one ceremony can like knock that habit.
Wait, so what are the top healing plants or medicines, or like natural medicines?
There's different ones for different purposes. Like they got that frog medicine, like one that they burn your skin.
Burn your skin?
Yeah, dude, they call it combo. This one's crazy. This is like how you do a real detox.
Are you waiting for that one?
I did it. I did it. It was crazy. It was insane. The most intense purging I've ever had in my life.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. They like burn your skin, and then they reveal the lymph, and they peel it back, and then they put this frog venom right on the skin. Oh. And then within like 5 minutes, your body goes into this like anaphylactic shock where it's like wringing out all your organs.
Ooh.
And you're drinking
so
like...
it's painful?
It's not... It's very unpleasant. It's extremely unpleasant.
It's kind of like that feeling of when you got to go to the bathroom, but you got nothing.
No, you
constipation?
You feel this fire coming up, and you're supposed to drink like 2 liters of water before you do it.
Yeah.
And then that acts as the carrier to carry all the toxins out of your body. So you take this medicine and you start becoming really hot, and you feel your throat. You start becoming a frog pretty much. Whoa. And then you throw up like, those cartoons of projectile vomit? It's like projectile, like as full force as possible, and you're just purifying your body.
Yeah.
But it's like 10 years, decades of toxins, like from just you breathing, from all the foods that you've eaten, all that dormant stuff that just kind of sits in your body and saps all your energy. You remove all of it, so you become like more vibrant and more.
Damn, I want to do all this. I just want to do it completely.
They have all in here in Vegas. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I'm about to be.
Wait, so what's the process like again? You said they burn you with
a tobacco stick
with venom though, right?
No. They burn you with a stick and reveal the lymph. It's like the layer right underneath your skin.
Yeah.
And then they put the venom on there, and then it travels through the bloodstream throughout your body. Yeah. You can feel it. It's like.
So the most hurtful thing is the burn.
Huh?
The burn is the most hurtful thing.
No. The most horrible thing is drinking all the water.
Yeah.
The rest of it's pretty easy.
Wait, how long does it last?
It's like a 30-45 minute process.
Really?
Yeah, it's really quick.
But it doesn't get you high or anything like that? It's just...
No, it's just purifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Literally like just the strongest detox like ever.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's like float tanks?
Amazonian frog. Yeah, I have. I love float tanks.
Out here?
Yeah.
Which one do you...
Not here in Vegas, up in Washington.
What's a buffalo tank?
Buffalo?
Did you say a buffalo?
That's what I heard you say. I heard you say buffalo tank.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Remember we were talking about with Ash, the salt water.
Oh,
you become buoyant, so you don't really feel your body.
Talking about.
Yeah, do psychedelics in there. You'll leave your body for sure.
Damn. Yeah. Like astral projection.
Seriously, travel around. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you believe in astral projection?
For sure, dude. We're like these. We're super divine beings in like a little flesh meat sack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're not just these bodies. There's so much more. We're housing a spirit.
So you believe that each human is a reflection of the universe?
Yeah. We're all like leaves of the branches of the same tree.
That means you're something. Everybody's something. Mm-hmm. From the evil to the good. Like everybody has a reason for living.
Yin and yang. You have to have both.
It's actually pretty boring if you think what life is, because it's like one big... Like, we're all atoms, right? Mm-hmm. To a certain extent, unless there's something more than that.
We're all energy.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't destroy nor create energy. Mm-hmm. It's just always there.
Yep.
That shit trips me out. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I can't fathom that. And people...
Yeah, we live in a pretty crazy world.
You mentioned on your Instagram at one point that the food industry, or I don't know if it was the food industry, but you said something about how people's thinking is so ass backwards when it comes to thinking they have to eat 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm. And grains and all these
So it was more pertaining to like the food pyramid too, right?
Yeah, I just think the way that we've been taught to eat is only is solely for the benefit of keeping us to sleep. Like feeding us all this sugar and all this. I don't know. There's huge controversy about gluten, but I think gluten actually is like putting kind of like sand in the motor or like sludge to like slow everything down. You know,
gluten.
Yeah.
Is that why? Do you look for foods that are like gluten free?
I try to be gluten free because I just imagine it as like a glue that just like kind of sticks in your body and like doesn't allow stuff to flow through. I
just feel like that food pyramid shit was definitely a money thing.
I think
like 99% of shit.
What's it say? Like 10 to 12 servings of grain? Like what,
bro?
That's crazy.
It's like carbs are so bad.
How many burgers is that? How many burgers is 12 servings? What? 12 servings of grain. How many burgers is that, man?
Yeah, we were. I think they have these teaching, like they try to teach you to eat a certain way so you'll stay asleep, and you'll consume a lot, so they can make money off of you. Because we're being farmed.
So your third eye doesn't open.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
Yeah, they're just farming us.
Yep.
I knew it was a scam when I saw they wanted you to drink milk.
They said your bones will get brittle. I was like, and I believe that shit, so I love milk.
I used to drink milk.
Same. I drink so much
day.
with the Nesquik. Make a chocolate.
I
dude.
used to think milk actually made your bones stronger, man.
No,
same.
And if I got hurt the next day and I wasn't drinking milk,
go home and drink a gallon.
It was like Popeye spinach, right? Like you would just like down that. But yeah, man. I don't know.
Milk is for baby cows.
Yeah.
It's like cow secretions.
Well, milk in general. Milk in general is supposed to be for infants.
Yeah, infant cows.
Yeah, infant cows. Well, no, the milk
titty milk
women
is for your kid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're the only species that drinks milk from another animal.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
That's it. That's interesting. What about almond milk?
I like almond milk. But I recently found out that one almond takes 1 gallon of milk. No. One almond takes 1 gallon of water to produce. 1 gallon of water to make 1 almond.
Oh, that's fucked.
I know.
God damn.
I know. Almonds. So like, there's like this whole movement about trying not to eat almonds because they consume so much water.
So I mean, what's the other type of milk? Is there like
There's so many different kinds of milk.
Cashew milk?
I like cashew milk.
Yeah.
I like hemp milk. Hemp milk with coffee.
There's hemp milk?
Dude, fire.
Oh, they can make
hemp milk latte.
Dude, anything out of milk.
Yeah.
Or anything out of hemp. They can make anything out of hemp, bro.
Yeah.
I've been noticing like
you know what? Like they make it so legal because it's crazy.
Do you think I don't know, I guess like weed is kind of like weed was outlawed for
because they wanted people to stay sleeping. They don't want anyone to wake up. I always say they. The people that control the world.
Who's they?
I don't know, whatever you want to call them.
Why do you think people are so afraid of conspiracies and so afraid of supposedly the truth? Because they're going to say that.
Because it's nice and comfortable here. It's nice being a human and just doing the same thing every day and being comfortable and being secure.
But is it?
It's not. It's not. You only get so high from it, but there's like so much more on the other side.
It's funny. Sometimes I really wish I was that dude who just was like, it's like a gift and a curse of being open-minded because you're like,
the rabbit hole's so deep, dude.
And then the other thing is like sometimes I wish I can just be like, I just want a family and a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah. The more you know, it's like, man,
it gets deep.
Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. It's sometimes I wish the same thing. It's like, man, it'd be cool. It'd be kind of cool to have a job and just really consistent.
Not worry about it.
I'm like, nah. It's like I think about it for a second. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that eats away at me real fast.
Yeah.
What about the Earth? Do you think the Earth is flat?
I've been doing quite a bit of research the past couple of years.
Bro, it's funny because I knew somebody who did. Like when I first met him.
Never talk about this.
When I first met him, well, this could be its own podcast. Bro.
I know, that's what I was saying, man.
Yeah.
But I knew this guy when I first met him. We joked about it. We joked about like, those flat earthers, right? And then I bumped into him a month later. Yeah, man. They got some pretty good points.
Have you seen the videos?
He's like, yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
they're
hiding
much evidence from us.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So he went from
you're open to that.
He went from they're crazy, and then he's like, they do have a couple points. I'm not saying I believe it. They do have a couple points. To the next month, I gotta talk to you.
It's for sure.
There's some things out there.
He has a shirt that says flat earth.
Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure he does. But like one of the points he was saying was that when you see a ship leaving the harbor, right, you expect to see a certain amount of it disappear, right? And it does to the naked eye. It does.
Yep.
But if you take a telescope, right, or like a
Nikon P900.
There you go, the Nikon P900.
Yep.
If you take a camera that has that huge long range telephoto zoom effect,
Bring it back into view.
you can straight up see the bottom of that boat.
Yep.
Still.
Yep.
And based on the curvature of the Earth,
at a certain point, it should
at a certain distance, it should disappear.
Yep, because it's supposed to be 29,000 miles in circumference.
Yeah.
So every mile, it should go down like 6 to 8 inches.
Yeah.
Every mile.
Yeah.
Every mile. We should not even be able to see across Vegas.
Yeah.
So round earthers, what do you think about that? Can you say your comments down
That-
below?
that-
I
I
literally never talk about this because it's so controversial. And
It is completely
like the moment I
controversial.
bring it up, I feel like people just like kind of dismiss me.
Yeah.
And I just like it really hurts. I just like I want to be accepted, so I never talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
like hearing
crazy.
about it.
It's one of
super
those things though.
interesting.
Like I'm not saying I believe the Earth is flat. I won't say that. I also won't say I believe the Earth is round. Because if you do the research and you look at the photos from NASA that's been provided, your kind of things don't add up here and there.
Moon landing never happened.
Yeah, exactly, man. So it's like, you know,
It's the biggest deception of all time.
And plus, you see movies left and right that depicting the world as being this round blue ball.
That we're flying through space.
But
Yeah,
what I
so it's
always
like-
say is, you don't know. You literally.
Yeah.
I think we will
don't
find. I think we'll find out in
know.
this lifetime.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think it'll come out as
For
like
sure.
a
Did you see that Tesla car go into space?
yeah?
Did you believe that?
No.
Hey, look at that. You saw the green
No.
screen, right? It's
yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I love Elon Musk. I
Yeah.
love Tesla. I love what he's about. I have
Yeah.
Solar City, solar panels on my roof. I love his vision. But that was
Elon
like,
Musk didn't even create Tesla though, the company, right? He bought it.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Elon Musk didn't create the
I didn't
whole
even know
Tesla. Yeah.
I know a Tesla, the guy who was like before
No, Nick, you're
Thomas
talking about
Edison.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
That man
Is
was
that-
a genius.
But
That man. We
they
can go on.
stole all his shit. Said,
Yeah, they
"You
silenced him.
ain't shit, boy."
They silenced him too. He was trying to make free energy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Are
You
we
don't
gonna-
do that.
Are we gonna start going to conspiracy?
Dude, I'm so down.
territory?
Oh, wait, how are we doing on time? Can we go down this rabbit hole? Because we
We're
can go
at
deep
hour
into
and
that.
27. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we got like 10 minutes left.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
all right.
What? Okay, so what's your favorite conspiracy? We'll wrap it up with your favorite conspiracy,
Dang,
man.
I've been
feel
like,
feel free to think about it if you got to think about it. But
favorite conspiracy? I don't even know if it's a conspiracy. I've just been, I don't know. I think the flat Earth has like really awakened my soul.
yeah,
It has helped me like realize like who we actually are and like how we got here.
Yeah.
And it's still a theory, you know. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that have like really positively impacted my life from it.
yeah.
And like, yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of people also think that when you talk about flat Earth, people think, okay, if you're a flat earther,
I'm not arguing the shape of it. It's like
Right.
the ideology behind it.
Yeah.
It's so powerful to like
Yeah.
really understand like what you're here for.
Yeah,
You know, we're not just like some speck flying through space that can be destroyed by an asteroid at any second.
yeah.
You know, we're actually like deliberately placed here for a reason. Yeah, by something greater.
Dang.
I know, it's so
That's a good
crazy.
way,
I want
yeah.
to meet you do another podcast where we just talk
Yeah.
about that because
gonna have
I've done
to.
so much
That's deep.
research on it. And like from the past 2 years, from I discovered it like in last January, and I was like, no way.
Yeah,
One of my
yeah.
friends in Thailand was trying to tell me about it. I'm like, no way. And I like started looking into it. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
I've been deeper and deeper, and just
Well, it's a rabbit hole, man.
yeah, I'm so deep, and I'm like a year and a half in, and I'm like, I haven't found anything that can help me, that has like deterred me from it. I'm like, maybe this isn't something real.
Yeah.
I've actually just chosen to like.
The only thing
research it.
that's deterred me is when you talk about when you talk about you go down the rabbit hole of looking at flat Earth stuff and everything, and then you get to that guy who completely convinces you, and then he talks about, oh yeah, and the Earth is only 3,000, 4,000 years old, and you're like, I don't know about that one, man.
Dude, they write the history books.
Who
the
writes
people that
history
the
books?
people that control the world, that
Yeah.
put you in school,
Yeah.
that teach you from day one.
That's
Yeah.
why
About the-
Attack on Titans is so deep, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's
Do you watch
literally,
Attack on Titans?
I haven't.
Oh my god,
it's
bro.
so good, bro.
Okay, hold on. Don't even spoil it
Yeah,
for me
no,
because
no,
I haven't
no, no.
watched this new season.
But basically, like,
It's an
yeah,
anime.
I do
Oh.
believe it. Like some guy said it. It's his story.
It's
Like
it's,
history is his story.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I was
Dude,
like, whoa,
dude.
that's deep.
so
Yep.
basically Attack on Titans is this city who has huge walls around it. Like we're talking about what,
and nobody knows where they
10,000
came
feet
from.
high.
Yep.
Nobody knows where that wall
That's a
came
perfect
from.
like metaphor for what.
Yeah.
What flat
But they
Earth
just
is.
know that there's bad people out there, these bad creatures out there that will kill you.
outside of the wall.
Yeah.
because that's what they are told.
that will kill you.
And they're
yeah.
like, you're protected in here. You don't need to
Yep.
know what's out there.
Yep.
And it's it's super deep. It's like, damn, that's
What's happening right
and
here.
Like right now, that's what's happening.
Yep.
It's I don't want to spoil it, but it's fucking crazy.
They go more in depth with it the new season?
It's deep.
Oh!
I'm
looking to binge that new season. I haven't watched any new episodes of it, man.
That's why I like V for Vendetta and all that type of those type of films, because they just make you feel good. Like, you know, like the power is in the people's hand. When the time comes, like, trust me, like, I'm not even afraid. People are like, oh, they're gonna do camps, they're gonna do this. I'm like, us humans are pretty damn resilient. You know what I mean? We're pretty amazing creatures, and whatever put us on this plane or whatever
knows exactly what is going on.
Conscious mind, meaning it's giving us a power that's like way even more like we can't even fathom it. You know what I mean?
Yep. We're so powerful. We have no idea.
But it sucks. I talk all this shit and I'm still fucking so clouded. Like, you know what I mean?
It's okay though, because we live in this world, so you're like bombarded all day long by all the stuff that they want you to be thinking about. You know?
I mean, what my girl said made me happy. She was like, well, we have probably been reincarnated a shit ton of times. You know what I mean? And we're getting better. We're just getting
each time you're leveling up, leveling up.
I'm like,
it's like an RPG.
That made me feel good.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, wait till they fake the alien invasion. That's gonna be crazy.
When they fake the alien invasion,
they're gonna do that soon.
I saw that. Yeah.
You saw that one? Dude, Gabe, you've been there. I'm so glad. We gotta talk about this. Let's do another podcast.
Yeah, I have no clue. I'm completely.
We'll have one just about conspiracies. I'll go so deep with you.
We're gonna have to, man.
Man, I would love that. Yeah. I would love that.
But thanks so much for coming on.
Dude, thank you guys.
Appreciate
it. Thank you.
Seriously.
Just a little quick shout out for the vlog.
I wish we could do a little bit of a longer.
Yeah, this is super interesting. I know. Like, I could keep talking. Like, damn.
You guys, I feel like you guys are so open to like everything. So we
bro, we don't judge, man. That's what I want the morning dinner to be. It's like, come on and speak your truth. Like, we're not gonna judge you. You know what I mean? But we'd like to get your point of view on things. We like to kind of like talk about something that I wouldn't necessarily think of. And if anything, like I'll take it as a learning experience.
Yes.
I'll learn what you think, and you know,
man.
so.
All right, so we're about to wrap this podcast here. Keem and Chuck, do you guys have any last words? Subscribe, morning dinner.
Nope. Don't poop where you eat.
Love, what is it called? Oh shit, I fucked it up. Love thy neighbor like you love yourself or some shit like that. So respect people.
That's golden rule.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Is that how you say it? Can you fix it for me?
Make sure you guys check us out on the morning dinner.
Yep, at morning dinner. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's been so fun.
Thank you, man.
We'll have to do it again soon.
All right. Well, for everybody listening to the audio version of this, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next morning dinner.
Later, y'all.
Peace. Subscribe.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator.
I sure am hungry.